Welcome to the English Without Borders Network webinar series. So we are very happy to welcome all of the participants who are joining us through Zoom link, and also who are watching us on Facebook and also becoming part of this webinar series. So I'm very happy once again to welcome all of you. And I'm also very happy to present today our wonderful speaker, Vivian Leskes, who will be telling and sharing her experience and successful tips about how to write an essay. So just to remind you, dear participants, we have some rules to follow today. Please, once you have your questions, use the chat box and put your questions in the chat box. We are going to have a presentation of Vivian, and after that we are going to have a question and answer session when Vivian will be able to respond to your questions. And also for our Facebook viewers, we would kindly recommend to put your questions in the comment box, and we'll be addressing those questions to our speaker as well. So thank you very much for joining, and let me briefly introduce our today's speaker, Vivian Leskes. So Vivian Leskes, Professor Emerita of ESL at Holyoke Community College in Massachusetts, USA. She has been recognized by the US Department of State as a member of 30 at 30, a select group of English language specialists who have made a unique and lasting impact on the specialist program worldwide and on the TESOL field. In 2017, she received the Elaine Marieb Award for Teaching Excellence. She was a Fulbright Scholar in Russia in TEFL in 2008 and in 2010. She has offered training in all the 5 post-Soviet countries of Central Asia, the Middle East, North Africa, the Far East, Eurasia, and South America. Most recently, she conducted mentor trainings for teachers and university faculty in Tajikistan and Egypt, and presented the first English language program's master webinar. These mentor trainings focus on professional development opportunities to ever-expanding circles of teachers and encouraging teachers to develop agency. Vivian's other areas of expertise include reading and writing methodology, developing critical thinking skills, and content-based instruction. She speaks Russian and Spanish and is the author of The Lost in Siberia, published in 2011 by Haley Press. So welcome, Vivian. So now we are giving the floor to you.
Good evening to you all. I'm very happy to be here with you, and virtually, if not in person. I wish I were in person, but so be it. And I would like to start our webinar today because this is a really big topic, how to write an essay. And sometimes I will ask a question during the presentation, and I will take a few answers to that question. So this is a little bit participatory, not just a lecture, I hope. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I hope that we're ready to go. Okay, so this topic of writing an essay is a topic that covers many years, actually, in the United States. And for students who are learning English, it takes them several semesters, even at the university level or the college level or the high school level, to learn how to write an essay. So we need to start with writing good paragraphs, and then we'll expand them to essays. And I'm going to use my students' work as examples. At Holyoke Community College, we have 5 levels of students learning English. So we call them levels 1 through 5. And I'm going to show you examples from levels 3 through 5. Okay. So first of all, this is the outline. We're going to talk about what is good writing and what the writing process looks like. And then we have to start with the paragraphs because essays are made of paragraphs. And so if you can't write a well-organized paragraph, then you can't really write a good essay. And then we will talk a bit about the different styles, rhetorical styles in English, and how to use transition words. And then we'll go from the paragraphs to the essays. So, what do you consider good writing in English? So let's hear from you. What do you consider good writing in English?
Dear participants, you can write your responses in the chat box.
Any takers? Let's see. Anybody have anything to say about what you think good writing is?
So Sheena is saying when the write-up is coherent.
Ah, very important. Coherent writing. Good. Anybody else?
An essay includes analytic ideas.
Oh, these are very good suggestions. Okay.
Writing without grammar mistakes. Unity and organization.
Also, okay, so thank you. So here I have the question of mechanics, which includes the correct grammar and the punctuation and the spelling. Many teachers focus on the grammar, punctuation, and spelling, but they don't always focus on the content. And the content must be clear and interesting, hopefully, and specific. So specific means not just general ideas, but also good examples. And then there's also organization, as you mentioned very astutely. So the progression of ideas needs to be logical, and the use of paragraphs needs to be logical, and then connecting words are helpful for showing the organization. So I always grade for content and organization in addition to the mechanics. So I give a separate grade actually for mechanics and a separate grade for content and organization. Okay, so here's a slide about the writing process because it's a long process. It doesn't happen right away. First, there's the pre-writing, which could include brainstorming, or it could include doing some research, or it could include making an outline. And then there's the process of drafting, making a first draft, then revising, then making a second draft, and then revising. I always ask students to write 3 drafts. So I don't want them to feel that they're finished after the first draft. And also, I want them to improve their content and improve their grammar and improve their organization. And but we put in the editing process, which is correcting the writing. That's where the grammar and the spelling and the punctuation come in. And the formatting means making sure that it's the right, double space, for example, or writing it the way people need to have it published. Okay, so here's an example of an in-class writing of one paragraph that describes a person in the class. So this was a level 3 out of 5 exercise. So it was to write one paragraph describing someone you know. And this student chose a person named Luis and did brainstorming in this way, made a big circle of Luis in the middle and all the different parts of Luis that she wanted to consider. So she needed to find one main quality to describe the person. It's important to control the content of the paragraph and limit the paragraph to one topic. So students needed to find one quality, one way to describe the person. So here are some very simple adjectives to describe a person. Does anyone want to give any other examples of adjectives that might describe a person? I'm asking for some suggestions of other adjectives.
Witty, smart.
Smart. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the first one.
Witty.
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 Yes, witty, smart. Anything else?
Surprise.
Okay, a surprised person. You would have to give examples of how that person is surprised. Okay,
Happy. Yeah, happy, magnificent, confident, confused, frustrated.
all right, there we go.
Jovial.
I'm not sure what magnificent would mean, but you would have to define it. Okay, here I have some more examples. Calm, bossy, overactive, talkative, selfish, caring, responsible, intelligent, humble, thoughtless. So you would just choose a topic that describes that person and limit it to one topic. Okay, so this slide shows different examples of behavior that would show the one main quality. So for example, if this person goes to football matches, plays basketball and football, and won a prize in a tournament, the topic sentence that we would write, and I'm going to be talking about topic sentences all the time, and they're always in red. So this is a color-coded presentation. I'm going to ask for a clear topic sentence that covers all those examples. So for example, the topic sentence might be, Luis is an athletic man. We're still talking about Luis. And this topic sentence prepares the reader for everything that follows in the paragraph. Or it might be, Luis loves sports, is very sporty. Here are some more examples of behavior. He always wants to answer the teacher. He talks with hand motions. He speaks with a loud voice. So if those are the examples, you would put them together because they're all related to a main quality. And you might say, Luis is a talkative person, and that might be the topic sentence of this paragraph, but it's only going to be one quality. Okay, let's see, let's give you a chance. If he takes care of his younger brothers and sisters, calls his friends when they are sick, and volunteers to work with elderly people, what kind of a person do you think that is? Can I have a volunteer?
Caring person, compassionate, kind.
Okay, kind and caring.
Ambitious.
I don't think that doesn't look ambitious to me. He takes care of his brothers and sisters. He calls his friends when they're sick. He volunteers to work with elderly people. That doesn't sound ambitious. That sounds caring.
No,
so
responsible.
Okay.
Responsible, thoughtful.
Good. Luis.
Generous.
Okay, all of those things. And you would give examples that would have to be related to that main quality. So here are some topic sentences. Luis is a compassionate person, or Luis feels responsibility for others. So you would have to have it start with a topic sentence that covers everything that's going to be in the paragraph. Okay. So we're still talking about describing a person, and I make a picture of an umbrella when I'm teaching writing a paragraph, and I say that the umbrella represents the main quality. So this student chose to write about how Luis is a talkative person, and at the bottom of the screen it says the topic sentence. He's a talkative person. So the only things you can put in that paragraph are the things that fit under the umbrella. So he has an opinion about everything. He speaks with a loud voice. He uses his hands to express himself. Those are all talkative qualities. You can talk about how he wears stylish clothing. So that would be not under the umbrella. You're going to get wet. Okay, and loves sports. You can't talk about sports because it doesn't fit under the talkative umbrella. Okay, here's another slide. Stay on the topic. So here are 3 different ways that people might write essays, or a paragraph in this case. Luis, if the topic sentence is Luis is talkative, in the first example, he speaks often, he has a loud voice, he talks with his hands. Those are all about talkative. So do you think that's a good paragraph organization? Yes. Yes, he can. Those all fit into the quality of talkative. If you organize your paragraph like this, you say he speaks off, you say in the topic sentence, he's talkative, he speaks often, and he loves the movies. He speaks in a loud voice, and his family is very important to him. These are not on the topic, and so this paragraph doesn't follow a straight line. So we would say, no, this is not a good organized paragraph in English. And here's another way people sometimes organize. They give the examples first. He speaks often, he speaks in a loud voice, he talks with his hands. In conclusion, he's talkative. Now, this might be a very logical paragraph for some people, but English readers do not consider this well organized because they don't know what the paragraph is about until the end. So we'll say no to that one. Okay, so let's look at this paragraph. And here is the example paragraph that the student wrote. So we're going to have a topic sentence with the main quality. We're going to have what we call the body, which is 3 supporting details. 3 is a very important number in English writing. And we'll have